Hey, what's up? Ian here, and today I'm going to talk about this CCZ Solo DC02. It is a budget earphone. Retail price for this is 14 US dollars and is available on Keep Hi-Fi's website. So if you want to find out more, do check out the unaffiliated link in the description below. It comes in two colors, black and silver, and you can choose if you want to have the cable with mic or without mic. The one I have here is without mic. Usually I don't like with the mic line in because that will affect the sound. That's my opinion. Okay, so that's the options available. Let's go through the specs of this. Impedance is 20 ohms, sensitivity is 103, and the frequency range is 20 to 20,000 hertz. That's the box that it comes in. User guide, and it comes with 3 pairs of ear tips, small, medium, and large. These are stock ear tips, nothing fancy about it. It works, okay. And the cable is also stock cable. Now this cable, I went through many of this cable and I've complained many times about this cable. It's flimsy, it's soft, it's stock, it's, you know, tangles up very easily, it's a bit rubbery, sticks to itself. So I've mentioned many times, and the ear hooks, they are, I mean, they're all right. It doesn't pull the earphone out from your ear, so they're pretty all right. They're fine. Okay. Now earphone themselves, in terms of design, is pretty standard. You get a black color faceplate, as you can see, or if you get the silver one, you get the silver faceplate. Pretty nice. It's matte, you know, satin black, and pretty elegant actually. Very low, discreet kind of feel. Okay, on the inner shell you will see a fin, and it's a rubbery fin, and it's together with this resin shell, and the nozzle is inserted into the inner shell. It's a brass nozzle with perforated filter. Yeah, so pretty standard earphone. And in terms of fit and comfort, they are pretty comfortable. I mean, they're proven. This is not a new shape, okay, and it doesn't give me any pain or any discomfort when I'm wearing for long periods of time. So it's pretty alright. Okay, so fit and comfort, no issues. Now let's talk about the sound first. The drivability, and this is very easy to drive. I used it with my iPhone, with my Android M15s. Well, DAB, okay, and my Mac as well. So this is very easy to drive. Next is the tone and timbre. Let's talk about the tone and timbre for this. This is kind of a little bit warmish, a bit fun as well. Yeah, mostly fun. But the note weight on this is a little bit on the thin and light side. So it's not a very textured kind of tone and timbre. It's pretty yeah, it's warmish and fun, but without that texture. Okay. Now technical performance. These are well, okay. Just to put it out there, I've listened to a lot of earphones. All right, and this is to me is below par in terms of technical performance. Firstly, the resolution is a little bit grainy, not resolute enough for me. But it's $14. I may have a very high standard when it comes to resolution. I mean, I've got to be fair. This is just $14 as compared to a few $100 earphones which I'm used to listening to. So this is $14. Okay, so resolution on this is not fantastic. The sound stage is a bit intimate as well. It's wide to the sides, but there's not much height to it, and the layers are not really separated as well. The imaging is alright. I mean, vocals and percussions are in the middle, and you've got instruments on the side, so imaging is fine. It's just that it's not as resolute. The details is also alright. It's not a very detailed IEM, to be honest. So in terms of technical performance, I would say it's according to its price point. Okay, yeah, it's according to its price point, $14. Yeah, don't expect too much. Okay, so now let's talk about the tuning of this, and I'm going to move to the side, and then I'm going to flash the graph up here. So if you look at it, this is a V-shaped tuning, right? So this is a very typical V-shaped tuning. the sub bass and the mid bass, they actually like about 4 to 5 dB above the Harman target. So you would expect this to have a very thick bass and very prominent bass. But when I listened to it, right, the bass was thin. Even though it's prominent, it's extended in terms of the sub bass. Rumble was there, but the rumble wasn't thick enough for me. It wasn't warm enough. It is warm, but it's not a very heavy type of rumble. A bit lean. The mid bass was there as well. The mid bass was punchy, but it didn't come with that impact. It's prominent, but it wasn't a very heavy punch. Okay, even though if you see on the graph, I didn't feel that dynamic response when I listened to it. Okay, lower mids is elevated as well. So when I listen to male vocals on this, they sound pretty elevated. The authority is not really felt, but it's forward. Okay, female vocals on the other hand sounds a little bit honky, a little bit harsh as well, and that's because of the treble, which I'll talk about later. Now the peanut gain. Now peanut gain, I have a little bit of issue with the peanut gain because it's a little bit too harsh for me. If you look at the maybe the 2.8K region, it's a little bit, yeah, a bit too elevated for me, and a bit too intense as well. So that peak there gave me a very intense listening session, and I found it a little bit fatiguing when I listened to it. It went down a bit when it progressed on to maybe the 4K region, but when it comes to the brilliance, which is the brightness, it was really bright to a point whereby together with its resolution, it sounded a little bit distorted as well. So yeah, treble wise, cymbal crashes, the hi-hats and claps and all that, they sound a little bit distorted to me. Then the odd thing is that it went all the way down. It dipped all the way down, and for the 8K region, there wasn't any sibilance. I don't hear sibilance, but it was so bright, so it sounded a little bit unnatural, right? Which I find it okay. So in a nutshell, the treble sounded a little bit unnatural and odd to me, even though it trailed off, but it didn't trail off very naturally to me. Okay, so that's for the treble. So overall, I would say this. Let's put the graph one side. So overall, I would say this is a budget earphone. Okay, and you would expect what a budget earphone would sound. Okay, firstly is the resolution. It's not fantastic, and I would say that if you are on the budget and you want to go into this IEM game, and if you are a beginner, this would be a good choice to go for. But if you are an amateur, or you are an expert, or you've been in this hobby for a longest time, then this definitely, when you listen to this, you'll definitely hear it out that this is an odd tuning in the first place, and then the bass is bloated, and it's just not the kind of tuning that you would expect as an avid listener and a hobbyist in this hobby. Okay, I would suggest this for beginners. At the same time, those who like to listen to techno and trance, because this treble is really intense and very bright, and also Japanese anime music, they suit this very well as well. Yeah, but other than that, classical, I don't recommend this for rock classical. And if you're just looking for earphone as everyday use, get it with the earphones, with the microphone, and then you can use it, throw it in your bag, use it for your Zoom calls, your games, and all that. So pretty cheap and good earphone to go for. All right, so that's my thoughts and opinions about this CCZ Solo DC02. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's it for now. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next review. Cheers.